Hi there, Happy New Year and welcome to the 11th Make Electronic Sound podcast. And it's just going to be a quick one to go over our new products. We have 3 new products released at the start of January. 2 new Mini Series synthesizers. One is the 11 and one is the Red. And we also have a special edition of the Arpeggiator, which I'll come on to later. So I'm just having a little jam here in Ableton, and basically, aside from the drums, the drum channels are in white here. I made the jam with 3 mini series. So the bass, let's solo the bass. That is organ bass patch. A snappy bass there on the 7. In my opinion, the 7 is hard to beat with bass sounds actually. And then we've got the sound that we begin with is this one here. It's the saw lead. So yeah, nothing really complicated there. That's just one of the Mini Red patches, and then we've got the main sound that's filtered in. Okay, we've got filter in Ableton here, auto filter, legacy auto filter, Miami Sunset patch, poly patch for the Mini 11. It's a saw, and we're using the unison, and the unison is modulated slightly, so it's modulated by the ADSR, okay, the mod ADSR. So this one here, right? This is modulating that, and yeah, it just gives it that kind of listen. So you can see as the notes get pressed, you can see what's happening with the unison there, and also the sense detuning. So we're purely on oscillator 1 here. There's no second oscillator at play, but yeah, a bit of sense detuning there. Gives it that magic feel. There's 2 other videos that go over in detail the patches and the design decisions for the oscillators in 11 and Red. Okay, so you can take a look at those. I'll link those in the description. Long story short is that the 11 is a dual oscillator synth, so it's quite a bit more capable probably than the other mini series synths, but yeah, it's going to be the same price. And yeah, basically they're the same bottom to top signal flow, same low CPU. So okay, we've only got three tracks, 3 synths in play here, and then the drum samples. But let's check the CPU meter here. 13-14%. They're fairly optimized and lots of effort's gone into them, so enjoy. Now I'm going to move over to talk about the Arpeggiator, which is something a bit different, a bit special. So yeah, see you in a second. Here I've got the Mini 11 with lead sound Polaroid pluck. It's getting its MIDI from the MES Arpeggiator. How to use the original MES Arpeggiator is documented on the website. Basically, there's like a limitation. So there's only, as far as I know anyway, there's only 5 DAWs, 5 DAWs that allow MIDI to flow from one channel to another. And they are Ableton, Bitwig, Cubase, Reaper, and FL Studio. So if you don't use or own one of those DAWs, then you're not going to be able to use the arpeggiator. A few people were disappointed when they wanted to buy it, but they couldn't use it. So basically, yeah, the classic solution, well, the classic way that the MES Arpeggiator works is, like I said, sending the MIDI through. So I've just set the speed to 16, the mode to prime. However, yeah, it doesn't work unless you're using one of those 5 DAWs. So what I did, I wanted to get around this limitation, and I've done that by creating the MES Arp Plus. Okay, so the Plus, so here's the MES Arpeggiator, and this is the Plus, and what, if you look at it, the only difference is, okay, this row here, right? You've got like the pattern selection here, 3 buttons on the left relating to that. And on the MES Arp Plus, you have the pattern selection here, 3 buttons relating to that, and you have 2 additional controls. One is a drop down. So what it will do, when you install it, you can try the demo, it's on the website. When you install it, it will take quite a while, depending on how many plugins you've got. If you're like me, you've got quite a few probably, and you know, it can take several minutes at least. So be patient, it will finish. And what it does, it looks up your instruments on your drive, and it will take note of those, and it will offer them here as instruments, right? Audio unit, VST, you know. This is like how it works. So what happens here, the arpeggiator, on a technical level, the arpeggiator, the MES Arpeggiator Plus, is actually a mini DAW, very simple plugin host, mega simple plugin host. It's a plugin host and it's a plugin. It will run this instruments tool at the end, find out what instruments you've got. Now, most of them are compatible. Do try it with the demo first, make sure it works for you before buying it. But basically, yeah, most of your plugins should work. I'm working on ways to make that so they all work. Your plugins will appear here. And yeah, I've loaded here the Arturia DX7V. And if I want to see it, I will just click here. I'm an Ableton user, but only in Ableton, ironically. The windowing, the MES Arp will always appear above the child instrument, which is slightly frustrating. That's a limitation of the windowing in Ableton as far as I know. So anyway, so here we've got the Yamaha DX7 Electric Piano 1. So now I'm going to I'm going to turn off record enable on those channels, and now there's no routing required anymore. It's you just load in the MES Arp, choose your instrument here, and then play. And obviously it will remember, you know, you save this Ableton project when you open it again. Of course, the DX7 will be remembered, so will the patch the DX7 is using. So yeah, this is the Plus. Those 2 buttons are the only thing that's different. So no more routing. It will work everywhere. Everywhere you can use audio units and VSTs. More formats to come, by the way, in 2026. But yeah, check it out. Give it a try, because I made the product. But basically, it's a very cool arpeggiator. I use it a lot myself. It's so good at making patterns and so on. We got around the limitation of the 5 DAWs. So yeah, check it out. I'm not going to go over the features because that's in another video. So that's it. So we've got 3 new products and lots more tools to come in 2026. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great year.